Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Shark NZ690UK corded vacuum cleaner. And what I want to do today is to show you around the vacuum some of the features and benefits that it offers. Just before I start, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. So this is one of the latest models from Shark in the corded range of vacuum cleaners. After the successful NV602 range and the NZ801s, that to be honest we've done really well with over the years, I'd say over the last 12 to 18 months we have seen quite a resurgence in corded vacuums. Quite a few people have gone to the cordless market, and I think people are realising that although the cordless vacuums are really good, for some people, if you have got, say, a huge property, then you do need one with a very long run time, or just to go for one with a cord. And I think that's where we found that there has, as I say, there's been quite a resurgence in the market. I'm really pleased that when we first saw the specification on this model, it features a lot of the technology that Shark are very well known for. Now, the first piece of technology is called lift away, and what this will do is when you're using it as a normal vacuum, if you wanted to, say, take it up the stairs, or if you didn't want to use the head, then it has got a button just on the side here, and it is labelled lift away. And what this enables you to do is to press the button and you can just remove the top part of the vacuum. Now that actually has a huge advantage because clearly there is probably, I'd say about a third of the weight of the vacuum is in the floor head. And what you've done is you've just removed a third of the weight by pressing that button, and that just enables you to take this up the stairs. Or if you want to go and vacuum your car outside, then you don't necessarily need the floor head. So the lift away technology, personally I think, is absolutely fantastic. And then to put that back on, it just clips back into place like that. When it comes to using the vacuum, then you've got, to be honest, there's so much to talk about on this. First of all, you've got the button on the back. So that will release the main handle. And you do get a couple of tools with it. So you get a couple of tools that are included, and they just slot on like that. This is actually a double action tool, so this is a brush. Just show you this, show you it a little bit nearer. Stay. So with this one, this didn't listen, did it? Just like my kids, very rarely listen. Let's put that on there. There we go. Right, now you stay. Anyway, sorry about that. So you've got a, as I say, double action tool. This is more like an upholstery tool. So if you're going to vacuum things like I suppose your stairs or your sofa, that's probably one of the main ones to use. And then you've got a brush on here. It's quite a stiff bristle brush. That's always a good one. If you've got things like muddy footprints, or if you need something just to get into the carpet, then that's a really good one to use. And also just on the side here, you've got the standard cheeky little crevice tool, and that's designed to get into tighter spaces. So if you're doing down the side of your car seat, or if you're doing down the side of a sofa, then that's really the one to use. I always like it where you can actually store the tools on the vacuum. That's something I prefer. I'm not a huge fan of where you've got a whole array of tools and you've got to either put them on a wall bracket or put them in a separate bag. At least by having everything on the vacuum, then you've got everything stored there and you don't have to worry about going to fetch the other bits. Now you've got the option, as I say, you can put the tools in there and go and use that, or if you wanted to, if you press there's another button on the back here, just show you that, it says wand release. And what that enables you to do, as it says, is to release the wand. And then you can put the tools in there as well. So if you've got, say, cobwebs that you want to get out from the corner of one of the rooms, then that's a much better way of doing it. And then to pop that back in, that just clips back into place. You've got the button on the side here, so it's actually a double action button. So you've got a hard floor and then carpet, and basically what that will do is on the first setting, you'll just have the suction on its own. And then the second setting, then you've got the roller that will turn as well. Clearly at some point you're going to need to empty the bin. On this model, it has got quite a large capacity, it's 1.1 litres. Now if you are comparing it to other models, then, well, personally I'd recommend comparing it the size of the bin. And I know for some people you're thinking, well, why do I need to bother? And the main reason is if you are vacuuming with a vacuum that's got a small capacity, then it can be really frustrating, because what you don't want to do is to vacuum away for say 15-20 minutes, then have to go and empty the bin, and then have to start again. But really, with a 1.1 litre capacity bin like this, you shouldn't have to empty it too often. Now, if you are comparing it to, as far as the capacity, to other models, especially the cordless models, you'll find that very, very few cordless vacuum cleaners have over a 1 litre capacity bin. That's quite an interesting fact. Now, when it comes to emptying the bin, I should have showed you that to start with. It's really easy. So all you need to do is you've just got a little handle here, just lift that up, and then the whole bin will lift off. And when it comes to emptying the bin, you just press the button there, and then that will empty. Clearly, you need to do that over a bin. You don't want to just do it in midair. I've only done that once with a customer when I was demonstrating it in the shop, and it did involve a little bit of cleaning up afterwards. Anyway, when it comes to emptying it, because it is quite a big capacity bin, I'd recommend doing it in an outside bin or doing it in a very well ventilated area. Over time you will find that it will get quite dirty inside, and what I'm really pleased to see is that Shark have made this quite washable. All you'll need to do is to just open that, and then at the top part here you just need to open that as well, and it just enables you to get all in here. And again, it's because it's made out of plastic, there's no metal components in here, or definitely no electrical components, then it just enables you to give it I suppose a quick rinse for this part, not so much the top part here, the lid. But all I'd recommend is getting a paintbrush, just getting a cloth, giving it a wipe out, and then in the end, if you want to, you can just give it a quick rinse underwater. All you have to do is to make sure that it's completely and utterly dry before you put it back together. If you don't, and if you have still got some moisture in here, then you could find that it will damage the vacuum and it won't be covered under the manufacturer's warranty. Talking about the manufacturer's warranty, it does vary on some of these models. At this time of recording, this actually comes with a 5-year warranty. I'm not going to say it comes with that all the time, because Shark will reserve the right to change that. But at this time, it's got a 5-year warranty, which is actually really good. I always like it where a manufacturer is confident in the reliability of their products, and what they're willing to do is to show that in a longer warranty. Now that I've showed you the bin, then I'll show you the filtration. Now, you have got a couple of filters on just underneath the bin. First of all, you've got this. This is a spongy filter, and then you've got a much thinner filter as well. And again, both of these are washable. Exactly as I said about the bin, make sure they're completely dry before you put them back in. Personally, I'd recommend just get a spare set of filters when you get the vacuum. And the main reason for that is that when you wash these, really you have to leave them for about 24 hours to dry. And what it means is if you've not got the filters accessible, then it means that you've got to not use the vacuum for around a day. And for some people, that's quite a pain. So I'd recommend when you get the vacuum, just get a spare set of filters. What I'll do is I'll try and find a link below, show you where you can buy some if you wanted to. And then all you need to do is just pop those in the top there. Once you've done that, they just sit on there quite nicely, and then the bin locates at the front and then just clips into place. I mentioned early on in the video about the technology that Shark vacuums are famous for. Lift away is one of the main ones, but the second one, and the reason a lot of people buy the Shark vacuums, whether it's corded or cordless, is called anti-hair wrap. Now this is something that I'll just show you at the bottom here. This is something within the brush roll. It's a technology that they use, and as it says, anti-hair wrap is designed to reduce the amount of hair that you get wrapped around the main brush roll. This is made up of quite stiff bristle brushes, and also you've got these thin rubber blades. I know from personal experience it's really annoying when you've got, say, hairy members of your family, or if you've got pets that molt, then trying to get the hair up, not so much getting the hair up, but trying to maintain the vacuum cleaner can be really difficult, especially when you've got hair that just wraps around the brush. Most manufacturers will have some kind of solution where you have like a little slot along it, so you can pop a knife or scissors along it to remove the hair. But what Shark have done they've really taken it the next stage on. They've reduced the amount of hair that you get wrapped around it. Now, I won't say it is a perfect design. I have seen incidents where one of my friends had a vacuum and it still got some hair wrapped around it, but then when she tried another manufacturer, similar price to this, then it had a lot more hair wrapped around it. So the design works. Now, a couple of other things to mention. First of all, I should have mentioned that the hose length, so up here it's 1.5 meters when it's fully stretched out, so that's quite a good length, especially if you're going to use the wand as well. That will extend it, so that's definitely something worth mentioning. Also, the mains lead, this is one of the longer leads on the market, so this is 8 meters. You've got quite a nice clip on the side here, so that when you take this off, then again it's quite easy to take off, and then when you're finished, then all you need to do is just wrap it back on there like that. Just take it all the way around, and that's where you've got the crevice tool just hidden behind it. Now, the things like the cord length are really important. It's something I always say to customers to have a look at, because what you don't want to do is go for a corded vacuum where it's got a really short cable, because all you end up doing is using extension leads, or if you're in a property with quite a few plug sockets, moving the plugs around, which again, like emptying the bin often, just gets a pain. At the top here on the handle, you have got a button as well. Well, it's a little switch actually, and all this will do, just bring this over, show you. So you've got the different suction levels, minimum and maximum, and that could just really help. So if you've got an area that really needs a good suction, then I'd recommend popping over to the maximum suction. And I suppose the advantage is, it's not like with a cordless vacuum, where with a cordless vacuum, if you've got say 60-minute runtime, that's normally on the lowest setting. If you could use this on the maximum suction on a cordless vacuum, then it really reduces the runtime. Clearly with a corded one, you've not got that problem. There are actually two versions of this. There's the NZ690UK and the NZ690UKT. Now, a lot of people are wondering, well, what's the difference? And you haven't looked through all the specifications. And the main difference is that the UKT model will arrive with a little turbo brush. Now, I've not got it to hand. Basically with a turbo brush, it's just a little rotating brush that can be ideal for things like stairs or car seats. And because it does rotate, then it's a really good one to get really into the carpet. Prices will always fluctuate on the two models. So normally when the UKT is being promoted, then the UK model is a higher price. So don't be surprised when you look at the prices, because that's just the way that Shark work. What I have done, if you are thinking of buying either of those models, the UK or the UKT models, I've provided a couple of links below to show you where to get them at competitive prices. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Shark NZ690UK corded vacuum cleaner. Please give us a thumbs up on a YouTube video, click subscribe and leave any comments below. I know I didn't demonstrate the vacuum. I will be honest, I've not really got the chance to do it at the moment. I think you know what a vacuum cleaner does by now. But I would ask for comments whether it's good or bad about the video. If there's something that you've come here to watch, and if I've not covered it, pop it in the comments, then I'll get back to you, because I've got this on display at the moment. Also, if you have got one of these models, I suppose mainly the NZ690, or if you've got one of the sister models, the 602 or the 801, or one of the other generations of corded vacuums from Shark, then let me know what you think about it, because I do always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.